Time to go into game 2 between Slam and MbL. Slam currently in the score lead, 1-0, and we have Slam playing as the Spanish and MbL actually as the Goth, which is really interesting because against Mayans, against Britons, the Goth have a really big advantage. But here against Spanish, in my opinion, are stronger in the arena in this matchup. Let's see how players are going to do this. We can see already the players are relatively close towards one another, but they don't see each other yet. And let's start with Slam space this time. He is the current score leader. Main goal for him, relatively forward, main stone forward, second stone forward and outside. Not too nice, but he's probably going to get a castle up anyway. Shouldn't have problems here. 3 deer inside, which is nice for him. One relic really close to his base. This one closer to him, but in the middle. And another one close to the corner of his map, of his base, of his arena. And he's got 2 boars inside, which is nice. Second gold inside, and a third gold also inside. Gotta find those 2 sheep. Can see the boar right now. So all in all, the map is okay. Could even boom behind this if he wanted to. Would have 2 golds inside, which is nice. But I think he's gonna go aggressive here. Probably monks, maybe conquistadors even, and then go to Imperial Age relatively fast. We have an extra gold here on the left-hand side. We have another extra gold on the right-hand side. That means that this gold probably belongs to MbL actually, and it's really far outside. You can see one really close to MbL. He's got 1 deer inside, 2 outside. I think he's going to lure them in probably. 2 boars inside, which is nice. The main stone on the side, relatively forward. And he's got the main gold and the second gold safe inside his base. That's good for him. Also extra berries inside his base and going for the first boar right now. The second stone forward doesn't really matter at this point. I think MbL also should be able to get enough stone for a castle. Maybe even with the TC here. Not sure how he's going to play this. I think it's not easy to play Goth against Spanish. Of course, once you're in post-Imperial Age fight, you would have an advantage, but to get there is really hard. And for now, of course, players are scouting and then going for the deer probably. MbL right now scouting around. You can see the stone, you can see one relic here. You can see how close Slam is. Slam is not found. MbL yet doesn't know where he is, but Slam doesn't really care at this point. He's going for the deer as expected. One is already there, going for number 2. Splitting the lumber and 20 population for both players. MbL actually a little bit ahead, 21. Slam only now. So he's got the better start somehow, sending no villagers to take the deer. He's lured them inside, which is nice for him. Doesn't need the scout then to lure them towards the TC. Instead, he can go scout around, look for the relics, look for the extra resources, and maybe take an advantage from that. Not sure yet. And we're just waiting for the players to go to Feudal Age and then to Castle Age. MbL on 25 population, now 26, sorry. Is going for 27 and Feudal Age. Going with 2 villagers in stone apparently. Yep, there we go. Mining camp coming up and 2 villagers in gold. Should be alright here. Let's see what Slam's actually doing. Is he on stone? 2 villagers and 2 in gold. Same thing. So we're gonna see castles relatively soon from both players. Maybe TCs first or maybe Slam going monasteries. I don't know. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out anyway. And what is MbL doing here? He's actually... Oh, can you jump here? That would be a form of bug actually. And MbL is fixing, so he tried it. Wow, that's smart. Really strong play here by MbL. It's the small things that count. But apparently he could tree up through these, and that's a little bit of a buggy map actually. Of course, MbL is fixing this right now, so Slam can't really use it. But really nice catch, and both players up to Castle Age. MbL 6 seconds ahead, not a big difference here. 6 villagers in stone now for Slam. MbL got 5. And Slam's going to go for castle immediately. I'm not sure if MbL is going to do the counter castle immediately or maybe go for TCs first. That's what you're usually going to see from the Goth players. Double bricks force color coming in for both players, I guess. And Market Blacksmith up for both. So just waiting for the castle age right now. Should be interesting to see how Slam is going to play, because I don't think he's going to go passive here and put a castle in defensive position. I think he's going to go aggressive. A lot of villages on stone. He doesn't really need them, or maybe he does, but a castle coming up inside his base actually, so is not going aggressive, or not too aggressive at least. Probably going to say Conquistadors are good enough. And we see Monastery coming up for MbL here. Let's go to his point of view. He's probably gonna second TC on the extra barriers, which is nice. Is there a third TC? No, not yet. Maybe 2 TCs and then the castle coming up. It's a possibility. What can MbL see? He cannot see the castle, and he would need to scout this out. Maybe he's going to do that later on. Instead, he's going to go for a few relics here, and I think he's going for the one on the right-hand side first, actually. Interesting. Could go for this one pretty easily, but Slam's already there with the Conquistadors and the scout, taking the relic with the monk. MbL is going to get 1 relic, and I think Slam should be able to take the other 4 because he's got the map control right now. The monastery is up for him. MbL 1, 2 TCs. 3 TCs, there we go, on the gold here and on the wood line. So expected 3 TCs and the castle will come up as well. Maybe even here in the back to protect the golds and then just go Huskals and Castle Age. It's a possibility. At the same time, Slam is doing more TCs. Yeah, that's TC number 2 on the main gold. Does he have another one? He should not have it. It's actually a little bit early for that. Castle and Monastery up, 2 monks out in play and 3 conquistadors. MbL walling already. And does he have enough stone for the castle? Yes, 658. That's nice. He's house walling this, wants to make sure that Slam can't go in just like that, and he's gonna put the castle there. He's not building it yet, and there we go, castle coming up in front of the main TC, protecting this one actually. And question is Slam gonna go aggressive, maybe put some petards in, or yeah, resource wise looks like Slam will go up to relatively fast Imperial Age, 2 TCs and no more. He could have gone for more TC if he really wanted to, but a lot of gold in the bank already, of course, because 4 relics and a lot of villages in gold. He's gonna buy a little bit of food maybe if he actually needs it, and then he's gonna click up to Imperial Age. At the same time, castle for MbL only now coming up. He should go for Anarchy pretty soon actually. Wheelbarrow coming for MbL as well. And villagers 66 against 56, so that's not really a big difference here. Only 10 villages ahead. And Imperial Age click for Slam, while MbL a lot of gold in the bank. I'm not sure why he has so much gold. Is it taking? He's got 5, 6 villages in gold. Maybe he wants to click up to Imperial Age soon too. He bought... no, that's Slam, actually going for another castle. Heavy Plow, gold mining, MbL not doing Anarchy yet. And Slam preparing to do what? Another castle coming up forward. He's on stone, and looks like he's going Conquistadors and Monks, which is a smart thing to do. Siege Workshop coming up later on probably, and now there is the castle in range of the walls of the line of sight. So no surprise here for MbL, but it isn't, even if it wasn't coming up directly on the walls. It's not really a big surprise. Conquistadors trying to go through the wall here, which they're going to do pretty quickly. 16 attack. I think the Janissaries have 17. They're even a little bit faster, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. And now there's the Huskal production for MbL. So he's done Anarchy as expected, and he's got 13 military units. That's 11 Huskals done. We see a monk, we see a scout here, chainmail armor also, and handcart. Chemistry coming up for Slam, and Trebuchet coming out. Does he want to go for hand cannoneers maybe? But for now, Conquistadors should be good. One Trebuchet coming out, gonna try and hit the castle. At the same time, he's gonna go in. MbL for now is fully walled, but it's only house walls. Monastery here, and I think Slam should be able to. Yeah, now we can see the castle, so Trebuchets will attack that one immediately. Of course, Slam expect those Huskals, and you can see 25 already. So MbL might be able to defend for now. Sorry for that. Villages 91 against 64. The castle being repaired by MbL, but not for too long probably. And instead he's doing more and more Huskals. He's gonna get a big army here, and for now he will be able to match what Slam is throwing at him, because those Conquistadors and Monks are probably not gonna be enough against 40 Huskals here. Castle at 1k HP, and more barracks even coming up now for MbL. Slam is not going in before this castle is down, which is probably the right thing to do. Theocracy coming in at the same time, and block printing not done yet. Interesting choice of Slam. He's got the go to do so. He's now going with the Conquistadors, and we can see a lot of Huskals. Slam can see this going back immediately. Good thing for him is that he's got a castle here, trying to get the relic, and the monk's just standing there. Huskals running past. Very interesting. Now the monk is going down. down, and MbL is going to try to get the relic back. Same time, hitting the Conquistadors now with the Huskarls. Quite a good amount of conversions happening here. I think that's like 4 or 5 being converted. But the Conquistadors are surrounded right now. If MbL had stopped now, he is going to do a lot of damage. Ring Archer Armor coming in for Slam. Does he have archer ranges yet? No, going for a TC. That's 4 TCs now. Putting TCs on the gold. I think MbL doesn't have a siege workshop yet. No, he can't go for the castle. He's trying to hunt those Conquistadors down. He's got a good number here, Slam. So he should be able to micro against those Huskarls and not lose too many Conquistadors at the same time. And go a little bit faster again. The traps, on the other hand, will go down because there is no protection for those. That's 1, 2, 3 destroyed traps here. 600 gold, 600 wood down the toilet. Of course, MbL is going to reinforce those and keep spamming those Huskarls as long as he can. Not gonna go for Imperial Age yet. Doesn't really need it at this point. He needs to take the map control. He needs to stop Slam from pushing, which he successfully doing right now. Slam even protecting the extra gold on the right hand side. Now he's got only single Huskarls against him, so he can start to micro. MbL at the same time is trying to go for the castle here. He's gonna lose a few Huskarls here. MbL, if he's not paying attention, but he's got 56 military units, which is a lot. I think that's yeah, 54 Huskarls then. Still a monk and a scout here. And this castle will go down, and Slam can't do anything against it. He's going with the Conquistadors now. He's microing, of course, doing the guerrilla tactic, hit and go back. But the castle is down. Huskarls really strong against buildings. And MbL is taking map control here. Putting this castle down or cheering it down is a really good choice here. Even without a siege workshop, but siege workshops are up for MbL now in case he needs them. And he is trying to go for the Conquistadors. And Cannoneers being created by Slam, 6 archer ranges at least. It's a good counter against the Huskarls. It's perfect, I think. But hand cannoneers are doing reasonable damage to the Huskarls, especially when they're behind the walls, and Huskarls are really just cannon food, they call it like this. Monastery will go down, TC will go down. Look at this MbL doing so much damage, and Slam low on resources, low on food. Only 89 villagers against 109 for MbL already. MbL apparently with a better strategy here. Very nice to see how he's taking full map control. And food-wise, he could go up to Imperial Age. Needs more gold. And he's taking the main gold and the second gold here. Not going for the third one yet. There's a ram and a mangonel coming out. Look at this. That's more than 40 Huskarls probably. Don't know. For now, a little ceasefire. And MbL actually clicked up to Imperial Age. Look at this. Must have sold a little resources. Probably some food, and being an imp is going to be really hard for Slam here if MbL is actually reaching Imperial Age. Nice shot of the mangonel, even how do you call it? Saving both of them, now repairing, very nice for MbL. He's got a problem with those hand cannoneers. He needs a few good mangonel shots to take a reasonable fight, take a cost-effective fight. Conquistadors going down, one mangonel being shot by the hand cannoneers, very nice micro here. But MbL is on the way to Imperial Age, and for now Slam can't really do anything against it. He's booming up a little bit, I guess, doing more villages, I hope at least. TC on the left hand side, TC on the right, TC on the left is still standing, and Slam's resources actually looking fine. He's doing more hand cannoneers. Oh, damn, something fell down here. And I'm not sure what he's doing next. Oh, Bomber Tower coming in. What an interesting upgrade here. What a nice choice for Slam. Let's see if it's working out. We really like to see Bomber Towers on Arena. I just bring down the fight, and I'm not sure what this is going to be, but looks like Slam wants to wall MbL in, which is not the right thing to do. I guess there was a little bit of a misclick. Yep, now he's fixing it, but MbL can see this right now, probably laughing, and maybe you're gonna see the 11. It looks like MbL knows about the TC, probably checked, and he saw the gold. Well, this TC is gonna go down really fast. Slam at the same time putting the first bomber towers up in the middle, and with a lot of hand cannoneers in the middle, he's regaining map control. MbL though doing onager and being up to Imperial Age. He can fight back now, he can do his own hand cannoneers if he wants to. Maybe lead skirmishes later on. He's getting another castle up, probably to do perfusion. And onager coming in for MbL is a really interesting choice, but against the hand cannoneers it's probably the right thing to do. This TC wiped off the floor of Earth's face, to say it like this. And while Slam is having a nice row of bomber towers here already. MbL has finished the Onager upgrades. Castle will be up. 2-man sword crop rotation and blast furnace to make the Huskarls a little bit stronger. And I think Elite Huskar was just clicked. There we go. Yep. Resources dropped for MbL. And with Elite Huskars, I don't know, maybe they're even faster than the normal ones, but they're definitely stronger. I think MbL should be able to take down those hand cannoneers. Maybe not in one strike, but over time you should be able to do it. 190 population for MbL already. Having 3 Onagers inside, and now going with the Huskarls. Releasing the Onagers is gonna take a shot here, killing 4 hand cannoneers. That's 2 more going down. Trebuchet not doing too much. 3, 4, 5 more. Bombard cannon might go down too. And with the Rams, he's going to be able to take those bombard towers down. Trebuchet will be down really fast. Bombard cannon will go down really fast. And the rest of the Huskarls are going to be able to take care of the hand cannoneers most likely. Slam going back immediately. The Rams should now start to attack the bombard towers, I guess. And MbL has regained map control. Has repelled this forward from Slam here. Interesting walls from Slam now. He's actually walling MbL in. Look at this. It's quite funny to see. But MbL got villagers outside, and this might be a surprise. Also, double walls for Slam everywhere. Look at this. He is a little bit cautious here, paying a lot of being careful. Almost afraid, you could say, that the Huskarls, the Elite Huskarls, now fully upgraded. No, almost fully upgraded. Might go into his base. More bomber towers coming up in front of his base, close to the walls and the castle. But the bomber towers on the front are going down really fast. Also Trebuchet here for MbL, and he's got a score lead, 1k2, 1k3 points maybe. Hand cannoneers very nice positioned, and the Elite Huskarls going down really fast. But MbL can reinforce, and I think he should be able to take enough gold here. He should claim this gold, that's sure. He's very low on gold, taking from 800, that's almost 2k gold left. Not a bad number, but that's not going to be enough over time. Of course, he's taking the extra gold as well, which is nice for him. For now, he has to go back. He took down all those bomber towers, but his numbers are too low at this point. Needs more Huskarls, or maybe switch into something else. Onagers, of course, and cat rams are a good choice here against the hand cannoneers. And hand cannoneers, yeah, Slam going back. They might run into sudden death here. Now MbL trying to reclaim the gold, and he should be able to do so. Bombard cannon is there, hand cannoneers, pure gunpowder here for Slam. Cavalier coming in though, and looks like Slam got enough gold to do so. I'm not sure. Does he mine more gold? He's mining this gold on the left hand side. Now friendly mining purple and blue villages at the same time on this gold here. Stable also up for Slam. Can he see? No, he cannot see MbL take this gold, but he probably can assume it, or maybe check the palisades, something else. Trebuchet is now starting to hit the castle, actually, not the bomber towers. The cap rams are going to try and take care of the bomber towers, but hand cannoneers in the back behind those walls. It's a really good position here for Slam. The Huskarls are going in because there's a few hand cannoneers standing inside the gate. Also the first Cavaliers coming up. Look at this. That's quite a good amount. But MbL, of course, with more military units, 61 against 42. Those bomber towers will go down. The castle might go down as well. And MbL is hitting the house here, trying to go through the walls at the same time. Onage is moving forward now because the bomber cannons are pretty much down. There's only one left. And the castle being repaired by Slam, but I'm not sure how long he can do it. Also, he doesn't have too much stone left. And MbL's resources suddenly looking really, really good. A lot of food, a lot of gold in the bank, using it to get siege and probably Huskarls out. Perfusion also coming in for MbL. And maybe he is going to switch into Halberdiers later on. That would be the best thing to do if this game is going on longer. We are 48 minutes into the game already, and MbL has taken full map control now. He's on the gate. The castle is still standing, but there's one Trebuchet hitting it. And over time, it's going to cost Slam too much, so he needs to fight back somehow. He's got a lot of Cavaliers on the left-hand side, stopping the raid from MbL, and now going for the gold probably. Pikemen coming in for MbL, of course. That's the logical thing to do. And Slam is low on gold at this point. He's not claiming this gold on the right-hand side. He's taking this third gold, which is in the back. He's taking a lot of this gold here. but he cannot take MbL's good anymore, and more barracks coming up for MbL at the front. Onagers moving forward, trying to hit the hand cannoneers. Probably they're a little bit slow here, but the Huskars are doing the job actually. Even against the Cavaliers, the Huskars are doing reasonable damage, and Onager shot's not really helping here. But I think MbL is gonna start and spam helps. Look at this. This production is just crazy. Perfusion is done, and MbL got enough resources to queue up a lot of halberdiers. He still got a good amount of food and gold in the bank, so he can do Huskars if he needs them, or siege later on. Slam trying to raid a little bit, I guess, but he's going for the Cavalier first. For the Huskars first. Actually now he's, I could see the gold and he's killed the villagers on the right hand side, but I think MbL is taking a good amount of gold already. There's only 600-700 left. Guild's coming in for MbL, so he's going for the long game right now, and he's spamming halberdiers at this point, not doing more siege because it doesn't really need it. Maybe we should go for elite skirmishes as well against the hand cannoneers, but infantry spam of course a lot faster here. And we can see Slam is microing, but he has to go back, and he's taking the wrong fights. He should just switch this army. Hand cannoneer is going into middle, maybe even going into the TC, but he needs to take care because the Onagers are coming there. Now the fight is good for Slam, or at least reasonable, but MbL is going to be able to reinforce so fast, and we see 72 military units against 31. Slam is in trouble at this point, doesn't have much resources left. The castle finally went down, and his eco is open at this point, so MbL could just use a few barracks, put a gatherboard into the eco from Slam, and raid the hell out of the villages here. Nightcav coming in for Slam as well, but might be a little bit too late. He's got a good amount of hand cannoneers, but he's gonna lose unit after unit because MbL is just gonna spam so many units at this point. Onagers also hitting not a very great shot here. But the hand cannoneers have to go away, and one Onager hit might change this army here. There we go, Baba Boom, only half of it left, and Slam calling GG because MbL is going into his base. He's raiding now. Nice try, but MbL managed to get enough Huskars out in Castle Age to repel this first attack, this first early Imperial Age attack, and then later on going elite Huskars and taking map control. Really nice game. I liked the bomber tower approach, but there weren't enough units behind this to defend those, and MbL in the end using the Goth power to their full potential. Taking advantage here. Very nice game from both players. MbL in this game better. Maybe the better strategy, maybe the better performance. I don't know what made the difference. Oh, I would have loved to see this Onager shot. Not happening anymore. Hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in game number 3. GG.